Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to Trust Me, bro.
Hey, brother. How's it going?
Pretty good. How was that Cowboy game tonight?
I like the outcome.
Yes, sir. Cowboys win.
Yeah, yeah. Always one of those frustrating games to watch, man.
Yeah, low scoring game for sure. I
Yeah,
think what was the final score? What, 20-17, something like that?
2017, yeah. Probably hit the under.
Yeah, definitely, definitely
Yeah.
hit the under. So I was sweating it myself. I was looking at Cowboys D on the opposite side of my fantasy squad, and Pollard ended up pulling the victory though.
Did you get it? Nice. Good,
Yep.
good.
How about you, man? How'd you do?
Uh, I think I went 2-2 this week.
2-2. Okay.
Yeah, I need a lot more out of Pollard or a lot more out of the Cowboys D. If I had the refs, though, I probably would have got like 30 points.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
think I'm going to be a ref for Halloween, man.
I
Just start
know, man.
Just start go with a bag full of flags and just start throwing them out in everybody's yard.
Right. I think we should adjust our scoring next year, where like each flag gives each team a point, right?
Yeah,
Because we would have had like an extra 30 points.
yeah. Seriously, man, hate watching those games.
Yeah, yeah. It was bad. I think both of those refs were kind of new tonight because they were throwing everything, just
Yeah,
trying to make a name for themselves or something.
yep, yep. Hey, watch me on Monday Night Football. I'll be out there throwing flags.
Yep. All
Yep.
right, brother. So it's 2-2 for you and 4-0 for me. So I'm
Nice,
happy.
man. Good week.
Yeah, it was a good week.
Awesome. Good job.
Yep. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, man, we had some injuries this week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, a lot of crucial ones, man. Especially
Yeah.
David Montgomery. Man,
Yeah.
who else?
Fields. He's a dislocated thumb. He's a
Yeah.
goner. Uh,
hmm
I think Richardson, Anthony Richardson, ended up on. He might be out for the season.
Yeah, he's out.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. I saw
yeah.
that. I saw that he was contemplating surgery, so I went ahead and dropped him. I picked up Murray. I mean, I haven't heard jack squat about Murray, period.
Yeah.
But I figure, any news about Murray is better than, you know, Richardson getting surgery to end the season. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Christian McCaffrey out, for maybe a game. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of terrible news, this
Yep.
this weekend.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, let's see who's out there on the waiver wire.
Yep. All right. So let's start off with QBs. I've only got two written down. Who you got for your first?
Why don't you hit me with your first, man? Because I only got one.
Yeah. All right. Derek Carr, Saints, 25% owned. Week 6, 353 passing yards. Only one tutty though. Next week or the next three, he's got Jags, Indy, Chicago, and Minnesota. I'm sorry, next four. So decent
Okay.
schedule coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta look at that one. I might actually take a look at him. Um, he's good for some games every now and then. Um, you know, he, he'll put up 30 points for you every now and then put up 13 points for you most of the time. So you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Exactly.
but yeah, I mean, if he's
Yeah.
got a decent schedule ahead of him, he might be worth a little fill in. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. He'll surprise you every now and then, hopefully. I mean,
yeah,
but yeah, like I said, decent schedule coming up. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we saw Derek Carr with Oakland for a couple of years, and yeah, wasn't that great?
yeah, yep. We'll see. Well, I'm recycling another one. Sam Howell. He just seems to keep on putting them up, man. Well, he only threw for 151, but three tutties. Um, so he's been scoring points. He's 19% owned. He was 17% owned last week. So I'm telling you, man, they're out there listening. I'm just going to keep bringing his name back up. He's got New York, Philly, and then New England coming up. So outside of Philly, and there may be some garbage time in that Philly game too. So um, I think a decent 3 games coming up where he might be able to still produce.
Yeah, I mean, Craig, I know you've been pounding the table for Sam Howell, and I'm actually, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I think I'm probably going to pick him up in maybe 2 out of 3 leagues. I've got Fields went down, and
Yep.
I've also got, I've been struggling with T-Law, with Anthony Richardson going down, and so I'm right there with you, man. I honestly think
Yeah.
I might, I might go Sam Howell.
Yeah.
That might be at least in one, maybe two of those leagues. I mean,
Yeah. I think
definitely,
he's gonna be
definitely the
replacing
league I
Fields
got
for me.
Fields in, for
Yeah. I
sure.
think I'm
Yeah,
gonna do the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, for sure. Definitely the league I got Fields in. Yeah, Sam Howell, I'm with you, man. I know you've been pounding the table for weeks now, but I'm with you, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
getting to the point where, for sure, yeah, I think that's gonna be my guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Was he the
so
second on your list?
no, man,
Okay.
no. I mean, no, I like it. I like it. I definitely. But I wrote down, Desmond Ritter for the Falcons. Only 9% owned in weeks 5 and 6. He's thrown for 636 passing yards in 2 weeks. He's thrown 3 touchdowns. He's rushed 6 times for 28 rushing yards plus another tutty. So, the Falcons guy, right? I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, what can you do? But over the past 2 weeks, he's thrown for over 636 yards. I mean,
It's hard to argue with, bro. I mean, I
yeah.
try not to like him. I don't know why. I just try not to like him, but
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's hard to argue with that. He's
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
2 good games in a row, and
Uh-huh.
um, I think they finally lost at home, but he'd never lost
Hmm.
at home before ever. So I mean,
Right.
yeah, like I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is about that guy. I just try not
I
like,
know.
but
Yeah. I'm prejudiced against him myself. I
yeah,
get it. Yeah. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm rooting for the guy to fail. I'm like, F that guy. Whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm with you, man. I know. I know how you feel. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But definitely one to look at though.
Hmm. All right. So for running backs, who's your first one?
I've got Kareem Hunt's only 27% owned. He finally started to show up. He was sitting on my bench this week. But 12 for 47 yards and a tutty, caught another 3 passes for 24 yards. Um, I think he's just kind of fitting back into his old role in that Cleveland offense.
Sure.
So we'll probably see him getting about 5 grabs a game, or maybe a little bit more. Kind of splitting carries with Ford, who still look pretty good too. Um, but I think Kareem Hunt's kind of going to start sliding back into that maybe 15, 18 point a game or a weekend role.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I see big things going for Kareem Hunt. Absolutely. I mean, he had 12 rushes for 47 yards and a tutty on this past weekend. And I mean it was a tough game against the 49ers.
Yep.
It was all hands on deck for sure. I mean, Jerome Ford did pretty good, and Kareem Hunt got in the action absolutely, and it could be a sign of things to come for sure. So
Yeah.
I like that pick for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so my first guy that I've got on running backs is Rashawn Johnson for the Bears, 52% owned. A little bit over our threshold, but he has a concussion. But Herbie is on IR, and Foreman had he toted the rock this past weekend, and he
Hmm.
didn't do much with it. So
No.
I think Rashawn Johnson will be the guy, assuming he comes out off of his concussion. So
Yeah. Yeah, I like him too, man. I've liked him since the start of the season. I'm ready to see him actually do something and have one of those breakout games. It makes me a little bit nervous with Nathan Peterman, or whoever the heck their quarterback is.
true.
Coming in for Fields, but then again, that could play into his hand too. So he
Yeah.
could just be forced to be the guy. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely one to look at. It was one I was looking at too, and I was trying to come up with a few here. I got a somewhat obvious one, but I forget what the other guy's name was, but Elijah Mitchell. He's always spelled in pretty well for McCaffrey. Um,
Right.
he's always been a good 1-2 punch coming back. What do you have? Knee injury?
Okay. Well, yeah. As far as C-Mac,
No, Elijah
um,
Mitchell. He's coming back from
um,
something. Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't quite healthy. Um, and they played that other guy who didn't look too bad either. But I think a lot of people can look good running behind that line and that scheme in San Francisco.
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I actually had Jordan Mason written down for the 49ers, only 6% owned. If C-Mac is out, in week 6 and 7, he had 15 rushes for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Hmm.
And so, Elijah Mitchell or Jordan Mason, one of the two, one of those
Yeah.
guys is going to end up, toting the rock. But yeah, I mean, Elijah Mitchell was the guy, last year. I mean, I remember
Hmm.
before they got um, Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell was the guy. I mean, I
Yep.
remember, week 1 even. Um, what was it? He was the guy. He was the guy for sure. So, you know,
Yep. Yeah. He always looks pretty good when he's in there and healthy. So
yeah,
I think take a swing at one of those two, and you're probably going to hit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of those
Assuming
two.
C-Mac misses time too, but
Right.
look at a bleak injury uh, that he had.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully C-Mac is fine, but it's looking like he's going to miss like maybe one game.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. All right. So next up, I've got Chuba Hubbard for the
Hmm.
Panthers, 59% owned. Week 6, he had 19 rushes for 88 yards and a tutty. And plus, he caught 1-for-1 grab for 2 yards. So, not bad.
What was the deal there? Like, wasn't there another guy in the place? Who was the running back to start the season? Was it him?
No, it was the guy he played for the Eagles last year.
Oh, Sanders. Was
Yeah,
Sanders hurt?
Miles Sanders. Yeah, Miles Sanders was out this game, so
Uh,
it was the Chuba Hubbard show.
gotcha. Is he on bye next week? I think he's on bye. I think that's why
Yeah, you're right.
I just left
Yeah,
him off my list. Yeah, because I was looking at him
yep,
too. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good one. I think that bye week kind of scared me off throwing him on the list this week.
yep, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I've got Craig Reynolds. You mentioned Montgomery going out, um,
Hmm.
and Gibbs really done a whole lot. Um, if he's able to make it back, so this is kind of one of those just next man up type of thing. So if Montgomery's gonna be out for a little bit, Craig Reynolds might be a good pickup. He's only 6% owned.
Yeah, totally agree. I've got Gibbs, but I don't know. I'm not blown away, but by the stats
Yeah,
so far this year. So yeah,
yeah. I don't
Craig
know if he's just
Reynolds.
a yeah. If Gibbs is just a slow one to come on or not. Like not everybody blasts off their rookie year. So who
Yeah,
knows?
he's been a flash in the pan. So speaking of flash in the pans, I've got Zach Charbonneau for the Seahawks. Only 50. I think it's 50% owned, right at our threshold.
Yeah.
I look at him as Kenneth Walker the third backup. So he's
Hmm.
right there as I mean, I don't know. I look at him as a insurance play, but if something were to happen to Kenneth Walker the third, then he'd be an instant start.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of people
I
have dropped him. You know.
yeah. And I agree, man. I think I've got him sitting on one of my benches too, just waiting for
Hmm.
something to happen.
Right.
And I agree. If something does happen to Walker, he comes in there and he'll probably be racking up a lot of points for you on a weekly basis.
Yep.
So
All right. You got any more
not
running
bad.
backs?
No, I'm out of running backs.
Okay, I got one more. I know we're doing a ton of running backs tonight, but yeah, what can we do? But Zach Evans, Rams, 0% owned. So
Okay.
basically, him and his mother are the only ones who have him on their fantasy squad so far. In week 6, he had 4 rushes for only 10 yards. However, Kyron Williams Kyron Williams and Ronnie Rivers are both hurt for the Rams.
Yeah.
This could be the guy.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
know.
Good thinking. I don't know how bad is Kyron Williams hurt. What happened to him?
Well, I mean,
I didn't
he's
think he
definitely
was
going to
that.
miss one game. He's definitely going to miss one game. Ronnie Rivers is going straight to IR. He's going to be
Really?
gone. Yeah, Ronnie Rivers is going for definitely 4 weeks out. Kyron Williams is definitely going to miss one game. So it's going to be definitely Zach Evans, 100%.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So that might be I mean, definitely for 1 week, 1 week filler, the running back for the Rams. That's what you get.
Yeah. Give him a shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to
Cool.
wide receivers. Who you got?
I'm gonna bring this one back up. Josh Downs.
Josh Downs. Yeah.
Yeah. He went 5 for 21 and 1 tutty. 8 targets. It seemed like every time that game came on the red zone, he was in the action. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he's definitely getting more looks. I think just as the season progresses, he's just going to continue to get up there and really start putting up some points.
Yeah, for sure. He's coming on for sure. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the results from him this weekend. I mean, man, yeah, he's looking good, real good.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
All right, the guy I wrote down was Jamison Williams for the Lions, only 49% owned. He had 3 targets. He caught 2 of them for 53 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and that was a hell of a catch in the end zone too.
Yeah, it was. He was kind of like turned around. He looked up. He's oh, here's the ball.
Yeah, I'll take
There you
that.
go.
I'll take that right there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just happen to be at the goal line. I'm gonna fall forward
Yeah.
for a touchdown. There you go.
Yep. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's good. 49% on. I'm gonna have to look and see if he's out there in any others. I've got him sitting. I had him sitting there waiting to go in one of my leagues. Might be time to start getting him in the roster though.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? I mean, he's definitely a guy to pick up and to see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe see where it goes.
Right.
Definitely wouldn't be someone plugging in. Week 7.
Yeah. Well, I've got one that you brought up, I think last week. Is that Rashee Rice? He's still just 30% owned. 4 grabs on 4 targets for 72 yards. What I like is he got the Chargers coming up. He's got Denver coming up, and then Miami coming up.
Yeah.
So the Chargers secondary is all being banged up, and when you got Mahomes exploiting that, we could see Rice taking off a little bit. I agree. I think he's gonna become the number one. Just a matter of time. I think these next 3 games might start getting him on that path.
Totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I guess weeks 5 and 6, he had 9 targets, caught 8 of them for 105 yards and a tutty, and that's over 2 weeks. I'm sorry, but it's solid. It's a sign of things to come. I mean, he could be, a star over there for the Chiefs. So, yeah, very good. I put up Jackson Smith and Najigba for the Seahawks, only 48% owned. I mean, the only reason why I'm bringing him up is because he's under our 50% threshold. A lot of people have dropped him recently, and he's a guy to put on your bench. Let's put it that way. He's a bench guy. But if something were to happen to DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett, I mean, he would be a plug and play guy. I mean, maybe here I am, like maybe just grasping at straws and holding on to a guy that I thought would be a good guy that I drafted in one league. But hey, he's got talent. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he's got talent. He just needs the opportunity. Hadn't come his way yet. I'm hanging on to him one league. Honestly, I'm hanging on to him because there's just not been anybody better on the waiver wire that I felt like I wanted to drop him for. So
yeah,
we'll see, man. Yeah, like injury away, and he's a nice guy. I mean, we kind of said I guess we're just hoping for a few injuries on the Seahawks because
Right.
we're trying to get
Yeah.
Carbonet in there. We're trying to get
Yep.
Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We got some
Yeah,
lottery tickets just sitting there,
yeah.
ready to be cashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got any other wide receivers, Craig?
Yeah. I mean, I tossed Curtis Samuel on there again.
Yeah, yeah.
We brought him up. He's 28% owned. We talked about Sam Howell coming on still. We're still calling his name and ringing his bell. Curtis went 4 for 4, 41, 42 yards and a tutty. Last 3 games, 14 points, 15 points, and 12 points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's starting to be one of
Right.
those nice little plug-ins and make sure you're getting points from somebody instead of goose eggs or 2 points or
Yep.
some of those crap
Hmm.
fill-ins that you can pull off the waiver wire sometimes.
Yeah, I totally
So
agree, man. I looked at him today, and he's continuing to pay dividends.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, he's showing
yep,
up to work and contributing. Absolutely. So
yep,
yeah, yeah, he's a solid name to look at on the waiver wire if he's still there. What do you say his percentage owned is?
28%.
20. Wow,
Yeah,
that's criminal. Yeah.
it is criminal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got a bunch of turds out there that are 75% owned,
Right.
and here's this guy
Yeah.
producing week in, week out,
Mhm.
and people are like, yeah,
Yeah.
nah, no
Right.
thanks.
Right. You can't break 28. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my last wide receiver, I'm going to recycle this name. I think I brought him up maybe week one. Rashid Shaheed, the Saints,
Mm-hmm.
32% owned. Week 6, he got 2 grabs for 6 targets for 85 yards and a touchdown. Plus, he rushed twice for 18 yards. So, he got me 20 points in, one of my leagues. So, hey,
You played him?
yeah, I did. I
Nice,
played him.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at him. You brought his name up a few times, and
Mhm.
I kind of looked at him. He did have a good week, but it was just those weeks before that scared me. The
Yeah,
threes and the
yeah.
twos and whatever. Like,
Hmm.
you just need some consistency. Well, maybe Carr's back. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
could be. I mean, I played him in the league where I've got like punt return and kick return yards.
yeah,
So he kind of comes through in that department too. So
yeah,
yeah,
that does help.
I kind of felt a safe floor with him. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way. So it all worked
nice.
out.
There you go.
How about that? How about tight ends, my brother? Or you got any more wide receivers? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done on wide receivers. Really, I just have one tight end. I've got another name on here that is above our threshold, but Juno Smith, kind of the same thing I was talking about with Curtis Samuel. He's
Yeah.
14% owned. Went
Uh huh.
4 for 36 and one tutty, but triple digits the last 3 games.
Yeah. Totally
So
agree, brother. Yeah, I
and
had him.
yeah, I was sorry. I was just gonna say, man, that who's the guy that sucks? Number 8, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts.
He
Yeah,
actually
he's
finally
a
had a game this week too, but that guy's
yeah.
just been one of the biggest disappointments coming out of the draft, and at the tight end position that we've seen in a
Mhm.
long time, and Juno Smith starting to outperform him.
Yeah, totally, man. Kyle Pitts is kind of like OG Howard. You know what I mean? Remember him when
Yeah,
he came into the league
that's
a couple of
true.
years ago?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Yeah, he's going to be fantastic," And
Mhm.
I mean, there probably wasn't as much hype for OG Howard as there was for Pitts, but yeah, just another guy that yeah, I don't know, just can't quite get it together.
Yeah.
He's just not delivering as he should.
I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
yeah, I'd feel better if they said, you know what, hey, he smokes a lot of crack. He's going to go to rehab,
Right.
and he should come back out and be good. I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that was
Okay. No,
it.
I get. Oh, there's a reason for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
what's been going on. Okay. But what the hell, man?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, Juno Smith's my guy.
No, totally agree, man. I actually had him written down myself.
Yeah.
Only 92% on the Yahoo side, but weeks 4 through 6, he saw 18 targets, caught 16 of them for 198 yards and a touchdown over the past 3 weeks. But
Yep.
yeah, really good. Yeah, very solid guy. Out there on the barren tight end market, yeah, he's been delivering. I agree.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I had him written down as well. But my tight end is a recycle also, Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Texans 51% owned, a little bit over our threshold. But weeks 4 through 6, he saw 20 targets, caught 14 of them for 126 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Dalton Schultz, he's been delivering. He's been
He has been
delivering.
delivering, man.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
other name I had written down. He's
hmm
63% owned in Yahoo or in ESPN. So
yeah,
above our threshold, but still,
hmm
enough leagues out there where he's still available. And yeah, I
right,
mean, he's a nice one to plug in. He's been coming on. You and I had our doubts about um, him landing in Houston, but
right.
seems to have worked out pretty good for him so far.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I mean, he's been catching a touchdown every game for the past 3 games.
Hmm.
A guy that gets you a touchdown, 3 weeks in a row, you can't ignore that.
Yeah, I mean,
And
at that pace, he'll have a touchdown every game.
yep, exactly. Yeah, so Dalton Schultz, there you go.
Yep.
Pick him up. If you don't have one of the top 4 guys, forget about
Yeah.
it. All right, so let's talk about some steady Eddies, Craig.
Yeah.
All right, so on the tight end position, so who do you got?
Um, Laporta's actually been pretty steady. He's been a pretty steady Eddie.
Yeah,
He had a little bit of a down week this week, but he's
mhm.
been a pretty good one for me.
Yeah. Laporta's been solid,
Yeah.
very good. So for the tight end position for steady Eddies, I've got Travis Kelsey
Hmm.
between weeks 2 through 6. He's never given you less than 12. Let's put it that way. 12.6, 19.2. I'm sorry, 19.9, and then 12, and then 22.7, and then 27.4. So anyway, my steady eddies for tight ends are Kelsey, Hawkinson, Andrews, and Ingram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are
Evan
those are
Ingram would be one I was going to throw out there. I mean, if you
that are,
you know
yeah.
he's not going to just goose egg you. Like he's good for 11 to 15 points.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll just take that in your roster. You plug that in, you plug some other good guys in. That's
hmm
what you want.
Yeah, you're right. Like his lowest game was 9.9, and his highest was 13.7. So
Yeah, yeah,
he's surfing between that 10 to 13 range, but he's consistent.
yep.
All right. So how about QBs? Who you got for your steadies?
I mean, obviously Mahomes is going to be one of the most steady ones out there.
Yeah.
Josh Allen,
hmm
you know, seems to always be able to. Both those consistently can deliver you over 20 points.
Yeah, I totally agree.
With some strong upside too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Goff has actually been pretty steady Eddie this year too.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's been reliable as hell.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the 2 names that stuck out to me for QBs are Jalen Hurts. Like he's been pretty consistent at 29, 20, 33, 34, 26.9. He Hurts has been a good one for Steady
Hmm.
Eddie. And and also Herbie, 19.9, 29.2, 44, and then 25. So,
Yeah.
and then he had tonight. I don't know what he ended up with tonight. I didn't write it
Probably
down.
wasn't very good, but yeah,
No.
yeah. Other than
Okay.
that, pretty steady.
hmm How about running backs?
Christian McCaffrey's gonna be your most steady one.
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
He was my number one for Steady Eddie.
yeah, he's definitely worth the money. ETN's been pretty steady, Eddie.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
like
He was my number 3 for
yeah,
running back.
I was actually just kind of contemplating do I try and rack up a trade him off to somebody, kind of sell him high, and then he went off
Yeah,
for this is not this week, but the week before, and he went for like 29 points. I'm like, actually, no, I'm just gonna hang on to that
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Kind of like
totally.
him, And then this week,
Mhm.
another 2 tutties and 51 yards and some catches. So yeah, he's been a steady Eddie for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's been a diamond in the rough for sure. Kind of unexpected too. I mean, when you
Yeah.
drafted Etienne, like, were you thinking he'd be like the number 3 overall, running back this year?
No, No, I was
I mean,
happy with a number 10. You know, if he
yeah,
was
you're
number
right.
10, I'd be
Yeah.
happy.
I mean, Craig, we're at the 1/3 poll. Like 6 games have happened.
Yeah.
There's 18 games this season, right?
Yep.
So we're
17.
1/3.
Well, 8, yeah, 18. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we're 1/3 the way through the season,
Yeah,
and
it's true.
and your boy Etienne is the number 3,
Wow,
running back. You know what I mean? That's pretty solid.
that is
Yeah.
solid. Yeah,
So must start, most start, obviously.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, steady Eddie, right?
yep.
Kyron Williams, we just talked about him. He's been amazing.
He has.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be out for at least one game.
Yeah, yeah.
For
His
LA.
ankle injury, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, and then Zach Moss, man, he's been incredible.
Yeah, he really has, man. I went ahead and started him again. You know, it's kind of in a pinch, and I started him, and he still paid off.
Yeah, he sure
Um,
did.
yeah,
But yeah, like the week that yeah, who was that? JT came
yeah,
back. Zach Moss went off for 47.5 points.
yeah, yeah. It's like, no, I'm not
Yeah, who
letting
would have
go.
thought that?
I'm not letting
Yeah,
go.
right. Yeah, exactly. Everybody thought, yeah, it's the it's the JT show, but
Yeah.
Zach Moss said no, 47.5 points coming my way.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously A Chain, he's a steady Eddie. I
Yeah.
mean, like he can't he busted out on the scene for 75 points, then 33, and then 35.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. But yeah, he's obviously on IR. He'll be back after 3 more weeks. It's looking like it's not going to be an extended absence. Just 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, he's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, not crazy good. I mean, I think his best week was like 39 points in week 2, but other than that, he's been getting like around that 17, 18. You could bank on it.
Hmm.
And then Bijan Robinson, he's been pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
over 20 points, 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth Walker the third. He's been pretty solid. He had week 3, he had over 30 points, and then other than that, 18, 17, 13, 10. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about wide receivers? Who you got for your steady Eddies?
Well, unfortunately, my steady Eddie just went down for 4 games.
Yeah.
JJ's.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
JJ.
No,
Yeah,
JJ
Justin
is about as steady as he gets, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is good for 20.
Dude, he was good for 36, 34.9, 35.9, 26.5, and then the week he went out, 5.8. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Damn, he was insane, man. Like 3 weeks over 30.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just plug and play, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insanely good.
Yeah. I think we're starting to see Cooper Kupp come back in, man. He'll be steady Eddie here soon. Kind of getting his groove back.
Yeah. Two promising games so far. I think like he went over 20 in the first game, maybe even over 30, in the second game. So
yeah,
he's looking good.
Yeah, I'll tell you one that's a steady Eddie, man. We talked about him, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not picking him up. Is who's our boy in the Panthers?
Thielen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've
Yeah.
got him written down as my number 3 steady
Yeah.
Eddie. I actually picked him up off of the waiver wire in 10 yards in a cloud of dust.
Nice.
Week 1 he had 3.2 points, right? And that's when I found him off the waiver wire.
Nice.
3 points the first week. Everybody's like, yeah, he's washed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Thielen. And then he busts out for 20 week 2. Then 35, then 15, then 31, then 32.
Yep.
Yeah. That's 3 weeks in the 30s.
Yeah. That's solid.
Wow.
That's what you want.
Yeah, he's a steady Eddy for sure. I
Yeah.
love him. All right, Tyreek Hill, week
Oh
one,
yeah. Oh yeah.
64 points.
Yeah.
Week two, 15 points. Week three, 44 points. Week four, 10 points. Week five, 48 points. Week six, 44 points. Tyreek Hill, man.
Yeah, man.
He's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's as steady as it comes for,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the number one overall, boom.
Yep. Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? It's surprising. Like, okay, I didn't even think about this, but Diggs, man, he's been solid too.
Yeah, he really has, man. Yeah, he has. I didn't look up his
30
numbers, but
points. 30 points week one, 13 week two, 23 week three, 44 week four, 30 points week five, 24 week six.
wow.
Dude, he's been steady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diggs is number two right after Tyreek Hill. Even over Thielen, even over
Wow.
Chase. Yeah. But Chase has been good too, man. 32
Yeah.
points week one, 32 points. Then 14 points week two, 66 points week three for
Wow.
Jamar Chase. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, these are weeks 3 through 6.
Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, week three, 32 points, 14 points for week four. Week five, 66 points
That's
for Jamar
phenomenal.
Chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 14 points, week six. But yeah, they call him 7-Eleven. I think he picked up a new sponsor. You see his necklace?
Oh no.
Yeah, they zoomed in on it on Red Zone. Like he has a
Yeah.
7-Eleven, necklace. It's like a little medallion.
Okay.
I think he picked up new sponsors. He calls himself Always Open 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. Yeah.
I like it.
Right. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
Always open. Yeah, I think 7-Eleven needs to, write him a check because he's obviously promoting them.
Of course.
But yeah, but even Puka, right?
Yeah.
Weeks 1 through
Puka.
6.
Yeah.
He was a steady 80 for sure. 25 week 1, 34 week 2, 12, 41 week 4, 20 points week 5, and then week 6 only 6 points because Cup's back. But
Yeah.
I still think Puka's gonna pay dividends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost at this point now where you gotta look at the matchup. If it's one that you think Stafford's gonna be throwing 35, 40 times on, kind of a weak secondary or something like that.
Yeah.
He'll put up the points. Some tighter D's.
Right.
I don't know if he'll get enough looks. But yeah, for a while though, he was solid. He was steady.
Yeah, he sure was, man.
Yeah.
I mean, weeks with 34 and 41. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so AJ Brown over there for Philly.
Oh yeah.
He had 14 points week 1, only 6.9 week 2. That's when he started complaining. So I remember, after week 2, he had one of those, what do you call that? Squeaky wheel treatments.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since week 2, he went week 3, 26. Week 4, 52. Week 3, 20. I'm sorry, week 5, 22, and then week 6, 26. Yeah. So he's definitely got the squeaky wheel treatment. AJ Brown's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, he's good.
And then DJ Moore, weeks 1 through 6.
Let's hear it.
All right. Week 1, 4.5. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Week 2, 20.4. Week 3, 13. Week 4, 31 points. Week 5, 73 points.
Yeah, depends what league you're in, man. You're not give me no 73 points. What are you talking about? The hell
Yeah. Okay, he scored 3 touchdowns. He had over, 100 yards. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you get? 10 points a touchdown and 2 points a yard? He had
anyway, yeah.
In a good
Okay,
week.
in my work league, he scores 73 points.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's amazing, right? Yeah, okay, that scoring system is probably tilted. You're right.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeez.
but then came right back down to earth. Only 10 points, and this past weekend. But Fields went down.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to call steady Eddie because I've had a hard time keeping him in my lineup, man. He was sitting on the
Totally,
bench that
man.
week when I had him in one of my lineups and on the bench in another.
Yeah,
That week he really went off. But
yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to trust
So.
Fields, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with
Mhm.
this new quarterback too. Who knows? But Fields got to be out for 6, 8 weeks with a dislocated thumb.
He popped it
You,
right back in himself. They said, I don't know.
I don't know. You kind of
He
need a
popped it
thumb
right
to
back
throw a
in
football.
himself. Well, I know, but they said X-rays are negative. He popped it back in himself on the field. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't
we'll
know what
see.
that means.
We'll
I don't
see.
know what that means. You think 6 to 8 weeks? God damn, it's a long time.
I mean,
Shit, I hope not.
maybe not. I don't know.
I'm hoping one game, brother. I'm hoping one
One
game.
game.
Come on. One game. One game.
All right.
Dislocated thumb. He popped it back in. It's in. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Never know.
you know,
Maybe. Yeah, he may be
yeah.
right. Let
Hey,
the soreness go
come on.
away. Give
That's
it a
right.
week. I don't know.
Ice that shit up. All right,
Yeah.
it'll be fine. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I hope not 6 to 8. God damn. I mean, you might as well drop him if it's
Yeah.
that. All right. Okay, last one. Keenan Allen. Weeks 1 through
Yeah.
4, 14 points, 37 points, 69.5 points, and then 12.2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I only have 4 weeks, but I think he was on a bye last week. But yeah,
Yeah. He played tonight
Keenan
too.
Allen.
So if you can grab his
Yeah,
scores from tonight.
yeah. No, I didn't grab his scores from that, but
Yeah.
he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's good.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
that's it for our steady Eddies. So like these guys, I consider league winners. If you have the names we just mentioned tonight, those are league winners.
Yep.
As long as they keep performing. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Stay healthy. Keep performing. That's league winners. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, really, yeah, that's all you want to do. You want to get 3 to 4 steady eddies and then some good
Yep.
plugins,
Right.
and then there's your trophy.
Yep. Exactly. That's it,
Shh,
man.
don't tell anybody about
That's
that.
fair. Yeah. That's the way I see it, man. You get. Yeah, totally agree, Craig. Like
Yeah.
3 or 4 steady
That's all you want.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Cool.
That's all we
All right,
got.
brother. Good stuff. Good show.
Okay, my man. Good
All right.
show.
Good luck putting your
All right,
squad
man.
together, and good luck next week.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
All right.
Good night.
Later.
Peace.